Welcome. Stevie,
Yes,
you on the screen as well. Usually Gifton likes to start with us, but to let you guys know, big gift, big gripped.
Has not gripped tonight.
Dripped in from his
Big
walk.
10 for his walk.
Oh, man. We are -1 today.
Yeah.
Safe travels, Gift man. He's definitely out there enjoying himself, having a little vacay.
Indeed.
But the show must go on, right?
Yeah.
He gave us blessings and as well has set us up with the quick hits. Welcome to the Sports U podcast.
Still putting in work.
That's the Gifting way. Episode 83 of the Sports U podcast. 83 of them things. Stevie across from me.
Yes, sir.
PMF Steven, always here, straight to the point. We always have it here with the Sports U podcast. You got Rob on the mic here. Usually to my left is Big Gift, Big Grit, but like we just said, let's get on with the quick hits. Of course, Gifting gave us a couple little presents that we could talk about, and I guess he'll go ahead and look it up once everything's done. But we'll get into NBA Finals, a little bit about the Grizzlies here, Matt Ryan and the Colts, and what he can possibly do going forward with them. And I think that will be it. I think we have a couple other things inside of the quick hits that we definitely wanted to talk a little bit longer about again.
Yep.
But let's get it started, right, Stevie?
Let's do it.
With the first one here. Zach Levine is expected to re-sign with the Bulls, a contract worth 5 years, $200 million.
Mm-hmm.
Your first things on that, Stevie, because I have a lot to say about this as well.
Well, good for them. I hope. Well, excuse me. Yeah. I think this is probably what they wanted. I'm sure they wanted to keep him. Like, I don't think they wanted to lose him in free agency. I guess now it just comes down to them continuing to see what else they can do to further the supporting cast around this team, bro. Because realistically, look, I know where you're gonna go with this.
What's that,
bro? Don't say what's that. I know where you're gonna go. The half word you just said right now. I know where you're gonna go with this. Come on,
money?
Give it to it. Go ahead.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. You're gonna do it with that price?
Okay, yeah, no.
That's insane.
I feel you. That's more than DeMar's getting too, bro.
Well, I feel like DeMar shouldn't have been the best player on that team last year, but he was.
He was though.
So why?
He played better than Zach in the playoffs.
Okay, wait,
too.
hold up. Well, then how does that make any sense? So you're gonna pay him more than DeMar DeRozan, and he's not even performing the best on your team.
I mean, I'm not arguing with you. It doesn't make sense, and to me, I feel like realistically, he's not a number one, bro. Like that would be paying him like a number one.
He was supposed to be a number one. I mean, he had that really nice year. It was like almost a 50, 40, 90 season. But
they weren't doing anything as a team.
Exactly. But they made the move for Vucevic. We all know how that kind of goes. And DeMar, a little bit consistent. You're going to get that production, but he's not going to make that much of an influence, I feel like. Lonzo, I feel like Lonzo was the biggest cornerstone, but not the best player. It should have been Levine.
But
but it's not, and it's DeRozan, right?
Yeah, that's what.
So that's where I'm kind of coming from is, okay, 5 years, $200 million. I don't think that's definitely wise to get to this, man, right here.
When we think about it.
And he's also had some really harsh injuries to his career as well, so how is he going to age?
Look, you're right. But I guess we have to look at how they probably saw it as maybe put it this way. Maybe 3 years ago, this deal would have been crazy. But right now, because of the cap and because of how some of the tier 1 guys are being paid, this money is not that bad, but it's still a good max contract for us to keep Zach Levine, if you get what I'm saying.
But, okay.
Because
the
top guys, like you saw how James Harden was eligible for 5 years, $250. That's definitely not that.
Okay, but you are a Lakers fan, and you see how your money gets tied up once you invest it into a couple of pieces.
Yeah.
Now, it's a little bit different because I feel like, they have manageable contracts on that squad already.
Yeah, the Bulls, yeah.
But because of their lack of, I guess, star power in that aspect when it comes to contracts and actual number ones or top 10 players in the league, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Zach Levine wasn't in our top 10.
They don't have any top 10 players on that roster.
So, is it right to pay him this much? And I understand the James Harden part. I definitely think that Zach Levine has more to show going forward than James Harden,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I don't believe in the James Harden contract as well.
I didn't believe in
So,
that shit either.
With all that being said, that's why I don't feel like it's gonna be a good thing for him to be there because they're gonna be just that.
Well,
They're gonna be a second round team and it's done.
well,
You see them being
I mean,
more.
no,
Maybe with
I'm
Lonzo,
not,
I can see him coming
no,
out the
dog,
second round.
I'm not arguing with
Conference
you.
finals with those
like,
East players. East
I'm
teams?
not arguing with you, and this is what I was pretty much saying. This is the road you're going to go down on. Big picture, they're not gonna get a title from paying him $200 million. I don't think they will either.
I don't think they will at all. And here's the biggest thing: injuries, right? And he has major injuries in his history, right? Let's just base it off that. You're not the best player on your team.
Yeah.
He didn't make the All-Star game last year.
He didn't?
I don't think he did.
I thought he was on the.
I think just DeMar DeRozan did.
Could be. It
Possibly.
Could be. It could
And then even when we were saying, remember we were talking about Lonzo, and we know what type of talent Lonzo is. He was missing on as a cornerstone piece for that team, though, right?
Yeah.
And so with that being said, I just truly believe that in order of importance of the team, not best player on the team wise,
Yeah.
in order of importance on the team, I think he would still be over Lonzo in importance to the team, just barely. But saying how great of an impact Lonzo is, and that he's not that far behind Levine, he's getting paid this much money.
That's true.
I don't know about that one, man. And then here's the thing, though, too. You can also sign and trade Levine, though, too.
Well,
I'm not saying that's what this is saying, but I'm saying you can do
I mean, because my
there's more
thing
potential.
is, I was hearing things that maybe that could happen though too. He could be signed and traded. I've seen things like saying that's still potential to happen because like realistically, Zach LaVine wants to get paid he wants to get the bag, but if they're giving him the bag and all, like pretty much. To get the biggest bag, he has to sign with Chicago, even if he wants to leave. So, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I think that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I think it makes more sense for not only the Bulls, because even though the Bulls have made moves that are kind of considered like, hey, we're in a win now mode.
Yeah.
I don't think that this is the right piece that gets you into that next era or that next tier.
No.
Look at the teams on the East too.
The East is
it's pretty tough.
It's not a cakewalk.
We're saying right now, and that's, with the Nuggets being who the Nuggets are, the Mavericks are just gonna get better.
Well, you're saying teams on the West, but like
no, I'm saying
okay.
I was saying beforehand. I'm sorry, I didn't complete that thought that the West it was an easier path at least this year, but going forward it might change honestly. But that East is climbing that shit too.
No, like I'm gonna be honest, neither side is a cakewalk no more, bro.
Okay. I would have to agree on that.
Like before, maybe 10, 15 years ago, like 2000s, that decade, the West was the dominant one. Like, there was mad 50-win teams on the Western Conference during that decade, and that still even went into the 2010s, too. But right now, bro, nah, the East is leveled up and it's pretty even on both sides of the conference, bro. Like, I like it. You gonna have to work no matter where you coming from.
I think it's super cool. The NBA is just getting more players that are just so good and can really be the helm of a team, and maybe
it's taking more than it's taking teams have to have more than just one guy that they can rely on too. Like, you're not getting out of you're not, like, look at the Bucks for example. We know if Chris Middleton is there, they probably go farther than what they did, even if they had to play the Celtics still. So I think it's just the days of winning with one solo superstar is dead for sure, because like we saying, these conferences are too stacked on both sides now.
Yeah. And here's the thing. When I pay you this type of money, going back to Levine thing as a whole, I'm paying you for what you're going to produce going forward.
Yeah.
And I just don't see it being the best thing for the Bulls. Are they relevant? Maybe. But at the same time,
they have relevant? They have some right now, because like they did make the playoffs, and now
I think you're relevant if you have home court advantage in the playoffs.
Well, they did the first round.
The first round they did?
Or did they play Giannis the first round?
No, I think they played the Bulls first round.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah, never mind.
Did
never
they?
mind.
Yeah.
They didn't have it. They didn't have it.
They didn't.
They didn't have it.
But on to the next one here. Let's get into a little bit of football. Steelers safety Minkah Fitzpatrick signs for 4 years. Speaking of contracts, right? $73.6 million contract, now putting him as the highest paid safety in the NFL. I thought I remember him being more of a corner at one point, but I guess I'm wrong on that one.
I mean, maybe in Miami they could have used him that way, but on the Steelers,
I think they literally put him at safety because they had other players. I think when he went on
when
to
he
the
got
Steelers,
there, they had enough corners.
I think they had Joe Hayden even there at that point.
Yeah, he was still there.
Yeah,
he was still there.
So you're okay. We had your first thoughts on the last one for me. With this aspect, right? You look at the Steelers, and we've been doing some off the podcast type of research about the recent draft picks, and the new quarterback is going to be one of the people that we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, film study.
Dude, what's his name again?
Kenny Pickett, bro.
I'm fucking blanking out on that one.
Nah,
so anyway, I've been looking at him, and I'm a little bit high on him. Let's give you a little teaser on that one. So I'll go ahead and kind of speak onto that in the video, of course. But with him being there, right?
Yeah.
Because I have high hopes for him. Let's say that again.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense has already been there.
No, yeah, their defense is established, bro.
And then they have Brian Flores.
Pieces
they added Brian Flores.
That's a plus for them, honestly. And he would their defense already has some solid pieces to begin with, bro. They picked up bro from Jacksonville.
I agree with you.
They picked up bro from Jacksonville. What was his name? Miles Jack.
Yeah.
Did
he go on the Steelers?
Yes.
I thought he went to the Bills.
No, he went to the Steelers, bro. That's what I was saying. I'm like, these niggas actually got some shit, and I mean, moving forward.
Oh yeah, they replaced Devin Bush with him.
No,
Devin Bush is out.
He left. He's out.
No, they waived him, bro. He was supposed to be the next cool thing because they're such a good development type of organization that he was supposed to be better. But when they traded for Minkah, I remember
it too.
Their secondary just was locked down, and then they always had that defensive line, but they can't figure out now. It seems the linebackers. So you just mentioned Miles Jack. He's definitely something that's going to be more of a wild card in that team.
Yeah, he should bring him in a little bit more.
But even on that offensive side, right? You still have Freiermuth. I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah.
You also have Claypool, Chase Claypool. You also
he's gonna have to step it up because his sophomore season, he gonna have to.
He definitely didn't have the same. But he was also. It seemed like, and it's been even happening in that first year. His injuries didn't really seem to happen. Also, he had Ben Roethlisberger fucking lobbing him the ball.
That old ass nigga. Yeah, Ben.
Nothing.
Ben. They should have made Ben retire after that damn loss to the Browns in the playoffs, bro. Because there's no way in hell you niggas thought he had another year left.
No, bro.
There's no way in hell they thought he had another year left.
He shouldn't have been out there.
Nigga was sitting there crying and all that, bro. I'm like, bro.
First of all, I never really liked that cat, and we could talk about that for hours.
He had a terrible game. Well, all right. Hold on.
Real quick, let's get back to Minkah.
Yeah.
Because I definitely want to ask this question. Do you think that he deserves to be the highest paid safety?
Yeah.
But because, guess who was before this?
Who?
It was Jamal Adams.
Oh, hell yeah,
right?
bro. Come on now. Come on.
That's tough. Like, why is he the highest paid safety doing his shit? And
because
let's just say
Seattle
this much.
no.
He had one good year. And that's it.
I'm not disagreeing, but it's because Seattle had to give him the bag, and then the timing of his one good year and the negotiations they had to pay him because, bro, they gave up all those draft picks to get him. It's like, if you don't pay him, why did you go after him?
I would have to agree.
It's a waste.
I think for me, I don't think that it's necessarily a big deal that he's getting paid this much. Not only did they help him with the talking about Minkah.
Yeah, Minkah. No.
Not only did they help him with the it was like a signing guarantee of like 36 mil or some shit like that. So that helps him with the cap. So I think he's only hitting them for like 15 mil. So that's still a lot for that, but they're able to give him this much more money. like a lot of people are fucking doing right now.
Too, though.
This is why he's worth it, though. Because what was that Steelers secondary without him, bro?
It was getting cooked. You seen Tom Brady?
Every time!
That year, because he went to them 2019 or
Wait,
2020,
hold on,
bro.
Are you going to be a Tom Brady right now?
No. I have to.
Heard it. I heard
because
it.
like I said, because
He's a
the
Patriots fan,
because the year that he came to
yeah.
them
No, I know.
was like right when, I feel like it was right when Big Ben got hurt. And that year when Big Ben got hurt, he got hurt playing the Patriots. And they got fucking cooked, dog. They got cooked.
No, they did. I think Tom Brady, Patriots, a lot of people get cooked, so I'm not going to feel too bad for them. But we're talking about their defense being that great, so.
Niggas had under double-digit points, bro. Like, come on.
Hey, let me say this much, though. I'm very excited about these Steelers in a division where it seems like the Ravens are going to have a little bit of
their division's going to be interesting next year, but it kind of is always competitive in their division.
Do you think the Bengals take a step back? They pretty much brought back everybody.
Well, I mean, a step back would be meaning they don't win the division, but I feel like they could probably still win the division, bro.
Okay, so you got the Browns, right? And then you got the Steelers, you got the Ravens, and you got the Bengals. That's a tough division, bro. I feel like a lot of divisions are like that. AFC West,
not a lot,
NFC West.
Not
anymore. My fault.
Not anymore.
But
it's just the AFC West and the AFC West and AFC North, bro. Those are the only ones I can really say are. Can I say this much? Like that? Yeah.
We were talking about the Patriots trying to make it into
our
wild card
our
spot.
division's a little bit harder, but I feel like because the Dolphins, yes, they got better, but I don't think they're better than us just because of Tyreek Hill and some other. Like, I don't care. Those guys still have to figure it out, and they're going to figure out Tua is not that shit probably too, bro.
Oh, we'll see.
Because some of the things I've been seeing this offseason of Tua throwing the ball. Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Lord Jesus, bro.
All right. But, okay, back to the Steelers, though. The division definitely is difficult. They're going to need all they can, and I am very high on this quarterback. If you look at the rest of the division, I'm seeing drama in Cleveland. I'm seeing a little bit of drama with the Ravens. We'll see with the first couple games. But Lamar Jackson just came from OTAs, and it sounds like he's still being like person like to himself about his contract talks, not really willing to talk about it just yet. And then, of course, you have the Bengals, who maybe everybody has a target on their back now. I mean, they have a target on their back now.
They will.
And they didn't have the best record. And also, Ben Roethlisberger's not on those fucking Steelers. So these Steelers look pretty well off.
Look, okay, the Steelers will only go as far as Kenny Pickett can take them, though, still, bro, because he's still a rookie at the end of the day. And, like,
but he can run.
I'm not. Look,
finish saying what you have to say here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it for those.
Yeah,
so.
I'm not gonna look because I'm not saying he's not gonna. Yeah, what I'm saying is not saying that he won't be good or that he won't have like a solid career. I'm just saying the first year, not every rookie quarterback is making it in the playoffs, bro. It just is what it is. But he is in a good organization that his chances are higher than, say, Baker Mayfield trying to do it in his rookie year.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely in a better organization.
He's in a better spot.
Browns.
He's in a better. He's definitely in a good spot to do it. But I'm not gonna just say, oh yeah, he's gonna help. They're gonna make the playoffs with him. I don't know that because I haven't watched much of him still.
I feel that. So the next one actually is the Jazz interview 76ers assistant Sam Cassell for head coach position. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. And I'm sorry if you get to put this up. I don't want to talk about this. We talked about the Jazz already. We gave him a lot of time on the pod. Sam Cassell, is what's going to save everything? 76ers
Has
assistant?
he had a head coaching job already?
No, but he's not a bad person. Like, I'm mostly talking about, like, or being a bad coach. Like, I wish the best for him. I'm just talking about the Jazz. I don't want to talk about them anymore.
No, yeah, that's cool.
So for me, what I have to say about this, just real quick, 76ers assistant, did the 76ers do anything special without their best player on the court? You can say that about a lot of teams, but I'm talking about defense. Players like Tybal showed up, I guess, and he's, already that type of player by himself. But the rest of the team, I feel like just continues to underperform. What is really kind of showing out from that 76ers squad that's really going to be like oh, this is what's going to fix the Utah Jazz. This is what's going to keep Rudy Gobert or Donovan Mitchell from leaving. And even with that already kind of in the books, like I've kind of been mentioning, even I don't think that's even going to keep Donovan Mitchell there, which is probably your highest priority, even to reports. You know what I mean?
I mean, for me, I won't say what he can and can't do because when he comes, realistically, he does. Like, I don't feel like he should preach about how he shouldn't have to preach about how what he did and like because Utah is a different situation. I don't think I feel like when he comes there, he just should only have to speak about what he can do to help Utah, not like I understand he's gonna have to speak about Philadelphia, but like it's not gonna be like his mindset would be like the things he says about how he does it will be more important than just the fact of him being from the 76ers, bro. Like if they actually
well, I'm not saying that it's like, oh,
he's
from the 76ers and the 70 and like that's a hell of an organization or this or that. I'm saying I watched the 76ers. Well,
you're saying because of the way the team performed, but I mean, and I hear you on that, but it was Doc's show, not Sam Cassell's show.
Okay, let's say
and
that much.
I don't
doubt
and
that.
I feel like that's more of a reflection of Doc than him because we've said that about more than one of Doc Rivers' teams.
Okay. Let me say this much too. When it comes to Darvin Ham, right, that head coaching position, he came from a Milwaukee Bucks team with a lot of defensive prowess, a lot of interchangeable parts, and a lot of development within the organization.
That is true, but he also came in and spoke and showed
what he's made of. He's a good coach. I'm saying that he was not raised right, but he was with San Antonio as well, right?
He was with the Lakers before too.
Do you know if Sam Cassell was with anybody else before the 76ers? I didn't do my research on that.
He has been on other teams, but I feel like I saw him with the Clippers before.
Okay. That's
actually he might have been on the Clippers with Doc too, bro. Now that I think about it, he might be on the Clippers with Doc.
Even worse. No, but no.
I'm not gonna say it is or isn't, but yeah, I think he was with Doc on the Clippers too. I feel like he was with him on the Clippers.
Now,
bro.
I do want to just say, like, make that comparison as to there's more than just Giannis there, even though they run through Giannis and they have to because look how great he is. On the other hand, Danny Ainge is in charge of this Jazz group, and Danny Ainge ain't no fucking scrub. No. So if he's at least part of this head coaching,
damn,
search,
I can't believe that nigga's there now. That shit's crazy.
That's weird. Why the Jazz? But hey,
when you first said that, when you first said that, bro, I was like, wow, that man's on the Jazz. That sounds so weird.
He's I feel like he's just been everywhere though, and he's very historic and he knows what the fuck he's doing. Yeah. So with all that being said, I'm not gonna ask you, but that shit.
I was like, what are you about to do then?
Overall though, not really excited about this. We'll see what happens. But here's the first thing that kind of comes to mind. It's a new chapter in the Utah Jazz. Last thing, over under 2 years. How long does he last? Who? Oh, 3 years.
Who?
Sam Cassell. How long does he last? 3 years.
Well, I mean,
over
they didn't say he got the job, but I mean.
Oh, I thought he did.
It said they interviewed him.
They interviewed him.
Yeah, they say they interviewed. But I mean.
Maybe that was recently?
It had to have been.
No, like, maybe I seen it somewhere else. But, hey, fuck it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
If he does get the job, we'll see. But I'm not excited about the hire. Let's just say that much.
I'm not excited. It's the Jazz, so I'll never be excited. Who gives a fuck about that team?
One more here, and the quick hits, and this one's for Gift, man. Shout-outs to him. The Rockets trade Christian Wood to the Mavericks for Boban, Trey Burke, and what was it like?
I saw that deal, but I thought it was a joke. Let me see.
Was it?
No, it actually no, because it probably was for real. But when I read it, I was like, really?
Okay. If it is real, why? Mavericks, we've been talking about who you need. A good defensive wing that can get his shot off the dribble. Somebody bigger than fucking.
They got a big, but like
I'll look it up right here.
They got a big, but I don't know.
They already have these types of players that could like kind of stretch dudes, but he's not what they need, right?
I mean, because like not exactly, because his offensive presence, he can score, but he's not like Giff was just complaining because he's not consistent every game.
Yeah.
So,
but he's on the Mavericks now. I was kept on telling him I'm not going to be the same player.
It's not. He's on the Mavericks, but that's what I'm saying. He needs to be that type of scorer consistently on the Mavericks, and that's what we were saying they needed too. But
I got it right here, and then I'll switch it back to you here.
Go ahead.
Boban, Marquise Chris.
Did that nigga Boban dirty.
Yeah, honestly. Trey Burke, Sterling Brown, and the 26th overall pick for this draft.
I'm going to keep it 1,000. This sounds like the Rockets was just willing to take anything, too, at the same time.
Well, they're going to lose him, it sounds like, after this year. They don't want to pay him what he wants. And it sounds like the Mavericks will.
Ain't no telling what he was asking for either. But
I don't know what the fuck he's asking for. Do you think he's asking for more than what he had beforehand?
I mean, he could be asking for more, but if the per year basis is an exorbitant amount higher, I would say no too. Because like he only had like a 3-year deal, so like if he was trying to negotiate something for over 5 years at the same rate, okay. But like if he's trying to really get that per year number higher too, I wouldn't be feeling that either.
I truly believe in what Gifton is saying about this guy, and I ultimately feel like the Mavericks do not have. I think that they laid themselves to bed with this trade.
At least they ain't. Well,
what else are they gonna do? They lost a lot of assets.
Not
Just
really.
For this guy.
They lost a draft pick and like their bottom bench players, bro. Because Marquise Chris, he's not.
No,
he
all of them
shit.
didn't play in the playoffs.
Them niggas did not play, bro. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, them niggas was really trying to take anything.
But they're investing into Christian Wood though.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. I'm like, the Rockets were willing to take anything for Christian Wood, bro.
Oh, did the Rockets get the?
They got the 26th pick, but I'm like, nigga, that's at the end of the first round. You might get somebody, but you niggas need
from Houston,
more than 26.
For 26 pick. Yeah, okay. So the Rockets.
Well,
got
maybe that got like.
pick.
Well, they might have like 2-3 draft picks in the first round next year, though. Who knows?
I ultimately just believe that they just set it down with this man's in on the Mavericks. I think they lost Luka.
I don't disagree. Oh.
With the new type of NBA nowadays, how is he gonna win there with no stars?
Hey, bro, look. I mean, if they can't get back to the conference finals next year with Christian Wood, he might be up out of there.
What? Okay, I would have to agree maybe with this trade if they lose a Jalen Brunson and they can allocate those funds somewhere else.
They can't lose Jalen Brunson now.
I'm saying, though, what if they upgrade Jalen Brunson but still have Christian Wood?
I mean,
I like that.
As long as you upgrade, but like you
but
can't.
But if they're staying with this core,
you can't take an L off Jalen Brunson though. Pretty much, if they take an L off Jalen Brunson, they're not going back to where they were this year.
I like what you have to say about that. I think that's definitely because the tail on.
You cannot go. You can't get a player not better than Jalen Brunson. Period. You can't. You cannot. And like your team's fabric, like the foundation of your team is not gonna be the same because
who's to say
it's
that
not
he
gonna
can't
be
get better?
Who?
Jalen Brunson, you know?
No,
like, I'm not saying that you don't. That
no,
you're not saying that.
I think Jalen Brunson.
Saying, like,
no, I like Jalen Brunson. I'm saying if they decide to not keep him, they can't go. They can't replace him with a guy who can't do what he does as good.
Yeah.
Because, like I'm saying, what he does was like a fabric of what they do, like as a team, how they function.
Yeah.
He was a big piece of their team outside of Luka Doncic, bro.
Oh, yeah. I think that he made up for a lot of different holes that they were missing, too, filled them. And
I would arguably say
they're going to lose.
I would low-key say he had more moments for me, like, impactful than Spencer Dinwiddie, bro.
Oh, most definitely. I would have to say so, too. But let's get on. Since we're talking about the NBA, we'll get on to the most important I guess you could say, events of the year, the finals. We definitely have been watching a great finals here. It is 3-2, back and forth, but the Warriors have been able to win a couple games in a row here. 3-2 Warriors lead, of course. Game 6 of the NBA Finals, where the Warriors go to TD Garden.
Yeah.
Now, I would just want to ask you though here, Steven.
What's up?
Just to get the blood going on this, the blood flow going on this one, is what is the biggest surprise that you have, negative or positive, maybe one of each?
Okay. I guess both of mine might be negative surprises for sure. Both of my surprises would be the lack of impact from Tatum consistently like we would expect him to, because he's played good in spurts, but he hasn't played like Steph Curry. And the other would be Jordan Poole, because again, consistency for him too. We saw him averaging like 20 to 25 a game each series before the finals started. And then this series, he's probably averaging only like 12 to 15, bro. It's not what we've seen from him. And I'm not saying he's terrible.
You mentioned Jason Tatum, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about Jason Tatum mentioning how he's tired, how there was a long flight, how Ime Udoka continuously begs these fucking players to not complain to the refs, and they continuously do it?
They still complain, bro.
With that being said, do you give him the benefit of the doubt? Like, what has been so negative? You're talking about consistency, right? Is there certain aspects of his consistency that you're kind of lacking in? We've seen him D up Kevin Durant, and now it feels like he can't really stop that much when it comes to even Klay Thompson. I mean, Klay Thompson's, even though he's been average when it's compared to a lot of other players, but it's not been Klay Thompson.
Look,
you know what I mean?
Klay starting out having bad first halves is putting in our minds that Klay Thompson isn't playing good for the series.
I love Klay Thompson this fucking series, bro. He's doing well.
This game 5, he started out bad, and he still ended up shooting 50% for the game, bro. I don't want to hear it. He still ended up with 50% field goal percentage.
He turns on those fourth quarters.
The second half, bro. The second half, bro, and that's all right. So, all right, you're gonna have to ask me that question again too.
Which was that one?
The very last question. What were you saying again?
Oh, so basically, like you mentioned, just his consistency and that he's not doing that. What aspects, like, for me, right? Let me answer the question first, right?
Tatum scoring, bro, it's not consistent from game to game. That's one.
Okay,
that's one thing.
You say that though, but he's second in scoring for the whole series. To
bro,
Steph Curry.
the only. Well, you're saying on his team, he's probably still having the most points too. But even Jaylen Brown is probably a point and a half under him, which isn't much. But again,
I think it's like 3 points. I think he's scoring 24, Jaylen Brown, and then Jason Tatum's 27. No, I don't think that can even be right. 26 and 20.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way he's doing 27.
I don't think he's doing 27 either.
Yeah, he hasn't played that great.
But
that's what I'm saying. But again,
see,
bro. 27 points. We're saying, I don't think he even did that. Mm-hmm. But like, that's what we would expect of him. Even just that alone, bro. He's not doing that. And defensively, I'm not gonna kill him because like the Warriors are a crafty team.
Okay,
they're a crafty team, and he's still not. He still ain't seen. He still ain't seen everything that they didn't see too. So. But he still has some times he's turning the ball over too, bro.
Yes.
Turnovers. Okay. Him and Jaylen Brown with the turnovers, bro.
Okay, yes. But when you have that much usage, I'm not gonna knock you down on necessarily the turnovers, but when you're the main part and you have the most turnovers ever in the finals, like,
you have to
or postseason, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, because I saw that too.
Maybe he's learning on the go though, because they're asking him to play make a little bit more. But I would have to say though, for Jason Tatum, right? Because I agree with you with the Jason Tatum one. I think we both had Jason Tatum in our negative or positive, right?
Mm.
My biggest thing for Jason is he seems calm, cool, and collected throughout the whole entire time. He boasts a lot when he's up, and then he's getting punked by these cats too, right? He literally. Let me read you this.
Yeah, when they start coming back at him, that's when you start looking at the refs and shit.
Do you remember when he had the ball and they were trying to take it away from him?
Draymond was walking.
Yeah. So check it out.
Yeah.
So this is what happened.
Yeah.
So apparently, Jason Tatum wanted to make a layup to see something go in the hoop.
Yeah.
Well, when he did that, Draymond and Gary Payne II said, "Nah, we ain't gonna let you do that shit. We gonna make you."
It was a Warriors ball too, bro. Wait, no.
They called a timeout. Ime Udoka called timeout.
Oh yeah, it was the Celtics ball.
So check this
out. I think that's why I seen it more too. I'm like, damn, nigga, they all up. I'm like, they all up on him.
I didn't like it. I was like, bro, just go to your fucking side. You know what I mean? Like, why is this guy getting teed up in the first place, bro? Like, that's some weird shit. But I guess it's because they were trying to
delay a game.
No, is it timeout?
Well, I mean,
that's why it's not delayed. But this is what Tatum had to say about the situation, right? Literally what he said. They didn't want me to shoot the ball, so I said, F it. Fuck it. Tatum said, I just took the ball with me to the timeout, and I kept the ball the whole time. They didn't say nothing. They just didn't want me to shoot the ball.
That nigga Draymond was just looking at him.
They punked him.
That nigga Draymond was just looking at him.
Bruh.
He's like, oh, yeah? All right. Oh, God.
They
looked at that nigga like, all right, for sure.
You got, bro, come on.
That was some square shit, low-key.
Damn.
That was some square
shit,
shit,
what's
low-key.
up? It's my ball. I'm going to go to my bench where all my homies are.
I'm like, bro, you're not doing
punk
nothing.
his shit.
I'm like, you're not doing anything by taking
but
the
then
ball
he gets a technical in that situation, though, if he punks him. So maybe I'm being too emotional. But maybe you take a tech to say that you're not a bitch and then go and handle the rest of the game. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't handle the rest, though.
He didn't handle the rest of the game.
Yeah.
He didn't handle the rest of the game.
You got to handle the rest.
But I'm disappointed in that. You got that Mamba mentality? Kobe stood right there as he took a ball to the face or was going to.
I didn't see too many goddamn tweets of Jason Tatum texting Kobe. I'm like, all right, my nigga. Kobe gonna put that nigga on block list. Keep playing like this. Kobe putting that nigga on block list.
He's like, dude, this
Steph Curry got the Mamba juices.
Oh, man, bro. But, okay, so that's the main point, I feel like. He's not being aggressive. He's claiming all this other stuff, and he's not.
I feel
producing.
like, all right, I feel like something I feel like I'm seeing too, like the Celtics, like, all right, when Jason Tatum is like really, really cooking, no one else can buy a fucking bucket, bro.
Okay.
I don't know if it's because they're standing there to like watching him too much. And they're like, oh, Jason's got us, and like I don't know, or they really just don't have it those nights too. But bro, if Jason, like some of the times when you see a lot, all right, the Bucks series is probably the only time I saw him get 40 and have guys come along.
Okay,
but other times, bro, he'll have 40, and niggas are sitting there looking like, oh yeah, Jason on tonight. Yeah. They not cutting. They not doing nothing. They not moving around. They just watching him take his little ISOs and score. I've seen that this series too.
Well, isn't that sometimes like it might be his play style though? Like you have to give him the ball, let him work because he is a big ISO player in that aspect, right?
You're right, but bro,
you're right though. I believe in what you're saying.
You're
too.
right,
like,
but I feel like, because. You're right, but because they're not moving around on the court in those moments too. Like with the Warriors, even if there's a guy cooking, unless it's pick and roll, there's constant movement from the other guys that are not the ball handler. Mm. The Celtics, they kind of ball watch. They kind of ball watch a lot more. I mean,
I give it up to at that point. Because
they have to, but they have to, but also, I mean, they're a younger team too, and like they're just a younger team and haven't been through as many situations like compared to the Warriors. Because because
they've been there in the conference finals. You already know that.
Again, but like we said, if Steph gets 40, we still see other guys with 17, 15, 13.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, we still see that.
Like you said, that's what did you say in the beginning of this segment? You said they're craftier than the Celtics, right? Let me mention mine. So Jason Tatum was definitely one of the negative ones, and I kind of expanded on that. I think I had one more thing to say about him was his fourth quarters have been terrible.
Jaylen Brown's been the fourth quarter guy, bro.
But when Jaylen Brown doesn't show up, then they have no chance.
Yeah.
And throughout the whole season, it's been back and forth. One person takes care of the other, and then when they both
like for the playoffs, if Jaylen Brown doesn't cash out in the fourth quarter, bro, that might be a done deal. Because Jaylen Brown has had some crazy. Like I saw a stat that said Jaylen Brown has low key been the best fourth quarter player in the playoffs this year, bro.
Yeah. And
even his 3-point statistics in the fourth quarter have been nuts, and I'm like, he's never been the guy that made me go crazy for three.
Yeah, no, I don't think.
But his three ball he
turns it on
postseason.
He's able to turn it on.
Turned on. Yeah.
So my positives one after Jason Tatum's lack of production in the fourth quarter, kind of not really showing his aggression. And then at the same time, just his play, his scoring,
overall play,
whatever. Yeah, like it's just not doing his
scoring
thing.
Specifically.
And what's funny about it is that he's second. That I just don't understand it.
It's not fun. Well,
that's weird.
It's not funny because, like we said, he probably has the highest usage on the team. Jaylen Brown has been more efficient though, and that's why his numbers are still as close. Because I still think. 2022 play.
It fell.
That bitch died.
Yeah,
no, it's still burning, but
I know it's burning.
I feel like
you're supposed to keep it.
Yeah, but for 2022 playoffs, I feel like Jaylen Brown, low key. I've never been a Jaylen Brown fan, and he has me saying he's playing better than Jason Tatum. Yeah. I've never been a Jaylen Brown fan. I've always liked Jason Tatum, and I'm saying Jaylen Brown's playing better.
With that being said, let me get on to my positive ones here. I have two shout-outs. One of them was Andrew Wiggins, of course. I think a lot of people mentioned Andrew Wiggins. I would have to say even before
making that Harrison Barnes role look like what it should be.
Oh, easy, right? Easy. I mean, offensively doing his thing.
No, that's what Harrison Barnes didn't give him. Yeah, that's why he had to go.
Well,
the offense wasn't there.
It was definitely different.
In the playoffs.
He wasn't that aggressive. He wasn't that. He also wasn't a first overall pick.
He was as athletic, but yeah, like game to game consistency.
Nah. He don't got that dog in him either.
No.
He don't got that dog in him.
Yeah. That's why he was clanking threes and they lost to LeBron. He was bricking shit.
All bad. But before the series even started, I was mentioning even how you had Andrew Wiggins having the most offensive rebounds on your team. And then he dragged it into the finals.
He had like these last 2-3 games he's probably had like 12 to 15 boards a game, bro.
Yeah, I think his last one was 26 points, 13 boards. I'm like, what the fuck?
The game before that, he had like 14 boards too, though. That's what I'm saying.
In a type of matchup or in matchups where the Celtics have shown to be like the hustling team.
Oh, no.
But they've never been good on the boards, don't get me wrong, but the hustling part.
But that brings me back to what you were saying about Steph Curry with his stats too. When we were talking about how he's been
earlier before this, we were talking about how Steph Curry was almost posting up triple doubles in the last couple of finals. It was with Kevin Durant, but even now, like it's
he still did it with Kevin Durant too, though. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm like, KD got the MVP. I'm not debating. I'm not questioning whether he was MVP or not. He did that, but Steph was still putting up near triple doubles next to this nigga.
They should have
26 plus points,
they
bro.
Should have had Cole. Just because those numbers were insane.
I'm not saying they shouldn't have, but I don't think they're gonna ever do a co-finals MVP. I don't think they're just ever gonna do that.
That'd be stupid, huh?
Yeah, it would.
It would be stupid.
That'd be as dumb as giving the loser finals MVP, bro. Like
they were ready to do that with LeBron.
They were ready to do it for him that year, but I was like, he played great, but you can't give it to him for losing.
Yeah, I know. I definitely agree with you. My other guy, though, Andrew Wiggins, of course. You've heard it from everybody else. I'm not going to say all that shit. But I really want to point out the offensive rebounds. I think that's a really big deal. When you have a second chance to score with that offense, that's ridiculous. But my main guy.
He's been his overall rebounding bro.
He's been all around great player.
No, it's that, but like, bro,
we
killed him,
MVP vote.
Bro. Nobody thought when Wiggins got traded today, he would eat. Like, even if they made the finals, I wouldn't have thought he was going to be playing on this level still either, bro.
Hell no.
I still wouldn't have expected him to be on this level.
18, 4-4 like he usually does.
Bro,
No, well, more points in the regular season, but in the playoffs with this type of team.
This
I think
series,
it'll be
his
18.
points might
doing
still be
nice.
at 20 for this series, too.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm saying that he's definitely doing better. I'm just saying, like, beforehand, that's how I was thinking he's going to do. But even now, I think he's averaging eight rebounds a game.
Yeah.
Kevon Looney, though, is my one that I kind of want to bring up out of left field, I guess you could say.
I should have said Draymond because, low-key, I'm feeling Draymond.
Negative or positive?
Negative.
Negative. All right, hold up. I'll let you get on that one. But for me, Kevon Looney is the unsung hero, of course. I think he's been that for them throughout this playoffs, especially in the last round against the Mavericks, and he's kind of bringing it into these
I agree.
finals as well.
He's playing
He's
hard.
just playing the right way.
He replaced
and that's
Draymond in the
all-
death lineup.
Yes, and that's all you can ask for a guy who, when you're needed the most,
He does his ass.
and you're doing all the dirty work. That was Draymond's part, right?
That's what I'm saying.
But he's doing all the dirty work, like getting in people's heads and shit, like we were just talking about. And it's also nice to see Gary Payton out there doing his shit, especially in the finals, bro. He's acting like he's been there before. He's acting like this is
I
regular
didn't even
season, bro.
expect that nigga to play, bro.
16
I didn't even
points.
think he was gonna play, bro. I said before the series
you
even
were saying-
started, I was picking the Warriors, and I'm like, Gary Payton's not playing. I didn't even pick him. I didn't even think he was gonna play. I'm like, bro, he ain't even missed a month. How is he fucking coming back from a fractured L? I said that shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't think he was gonna play. Niggas
didn't
out
know
here.
either.
He's out here. He's
But-
out here, bro.
With all that being said, again, what we were mentioning when we picked me and you picked the Warriors, Gifton picked the Celtics.
Wait, you didn't say Boston in 7?
No, I picked Warriors in 6.
Okay.
I picked Warriors in 6,
Okay.
and then I think you picked Warriors in 7.
I said 6, my boy, for
you said
sure.
6? Okay.
I said 6 for sure.
I think the biggest thing on that part that we were mentioning was the depth of the Warriors every single time. And then
that was my thing.
Gifton had a good point on the other side too, but I think that the Warriors is just a little bit too much. But
bro, no,
one thing I was wrong about
because,
is that
like,
Kuminga wasn't anything
bro,
this time.
yeah, that was one thing we're wrong about. The rookies. They haven't used Kuminga and Moody not much of
Well, they
anything
didn't really-
outside of garbage time, bro.
They only used them in the Mavericks type of series, and that's because the Mavericks, they just had all the same type of players.
Yeah.
And then also they were getting kind of blown out at certain points with the Mavericks. Never with the Celtics, really.
They had one or two with the Celtics, but again, my thing was they weren't playing those guys in crucial minutes though, and they were in a prior series. So that's what surprised me the most. But what else were we just saying right now?
Well, we were just kind of talking about the depth of the team and how good Kevon Looney has been and just other people. But I do want to bring up one more thing here.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Wiggins had to say, I love guarding every team's best player. I know it's huge. It's going to help win games, and it's something I look forward to.
He can do that, though.
Come on, bro.
He can
you got him saying that. You got this man motivated.
Bro.
You're bringing the potential out of a number one
I'ma say
overall
this.
pick. Look at all these players on these Warriors. This is crazy, bro.
He can do that, though.
Oh, my.
He had to guard Kobe as a rookie, bro. He had to guard Kobe as a rookie. You think if I had to guard Kobe as a rookie and I'm seeing all this shit today, bro, I'm like, yeah, you niggas are nothing. I had to guard Kobe.
Yeah.
I would have all the confidence in the world off of that alone, bro. I'm sorry.
I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire.
There's going to be a fire tomorrow
In
this game 6.
Like, specifically off defense alone. That's why Tatum can't get off on that nigga like that either, bro. Like, Wiggins is guarding him very well.
Bro, hold up. Let me put this camera on me. Tatum isn't doing shit against Bielitsa.
He got a
Bielitsa.
He got to get jumped.
He got mud in his shoes.
Bielitsa's still getting cooked a little bit here and there, though. I ain't gonna
But
cap.
not by Tatum.
He got a 3 on Bielitsa. He got a 3 on Bielitsa.
Oh,
bro.
my God.
He got a 3 on Bielitsa.
I'm just saying.
Because Bielitsa's been out here dancing a little bit,
I'm
too.
just
They had that
saying,
nigga in his little...
If
he was
you
wearing
can't
his
perform
salsa
against
shoes.
Bielitsa, I like Bielitsa. I didn't think that Jason Tatum can't get off on him. Like, come on, man. I said it first.
I'm only laughing because you said pause like that, though.
Well, Jason Tatum getting off on him. That's pause real quick. But no, like, to sum up everything.
Yeah.
With this finals matchup, who do you got in this next game? I think he said Warriors in 6 in the beginning, so I'm sure this is
with that shit, my guy, bro. Like,
why in Boston?
Why can't they've already won one in Boston? Boston already doesn't defend home court like they should, considering their exactly because outside of the Nets who they got swept, but everybody else beat them in their home court. Jimmy did it. Giannis did it. Them niggas got some wins on their own court. Steph already did it. So, bro, if they come locked in, ready for that shit, the Warriors have been through a lot of harsh environments. Nigga, fuck Boston.
Everybody picked
fuck Boston. A lot of niggas did
the series
in 7
as well.
But fuck that, nigga. I'm saying Warriors in 6. I ain't scared, nigga. Put it that way. We ain't scared out here.
I feel it.
Warriors got this shit. I think it's out. Bro, I'm not saying I don't think the Celtics won't play well. I think the Warriors should be able to take care of the business because they're the only team to even win 2 games in a row in the series right now.
That's a big deal.
That is.
That's crazy.
And like I'm saying, little things like if you're able to pay attention to little things like that and get mental wins off little shit like that as a championship organization as the Warriors, that's gonna get you there.
Well, if you think about it, the Warriors should have won game 1 too. And they just had a shitty fourth quarter.
That fourth
quarter,
and that's
definitely unlike them if you think about the other quarters. I mean, the other quarters that have been happening.
It's not that it's unlike them. It is
unlike them. Look what they've been doing in the rest of the quarters.
You're right.
It's always a third.
You're right. Well, yeah, it is unlike them. But I guess most third quarters allow them to put teams to bed. In that game, Boston was like, nah, we here, my nigga. Boston said, we here, my nigga. And they didn't, they couldn't just put them to bed that day. But I think considering everything that's going on, they've gotten adapted. They've gotten a little adjusted to, what to expect and, how niggas are. I think the Warriors, given their experience, bro, it should be it. This is game 6.
So for me,
where's Clay's coming?
We'll see. I had the Warriors, I think, in 6. You mentioned how somebody had him in 7. I know for sure I had him in 6.
Giff said Celtics in 7. He said Celtics
maybe. Though. I know he said Celtics. For me though, I definitely believe that these Warriors have definitely proven to be the ultimate type of team in this series. I got them winning, of course. Do I got them winning in 6? Yes, because I definitely feel like there's just been a turn of the tables, and they definitely showing who's boss in this type of series.
I think after game 5, mentally, there's a little bit different.
If you watch the fourth quarter, Jalen and Jason just could not physically last. They were tired. And I just don't like the excuses of other things.
I'm not even gonna say. I'm not even gonna make it about them looking tired, bro. But
they
that fourth
the
quarter,
whole second halves.
No, yeah.
After playing game 7 games, 4-game series in the beginning of the playoffs, 7 games.
And people were trying to say, oh, they've been able to force a game 7 every series. I'm like, you don't want to go 7 games with a team like this, though. You don't. And they have had. And unlike the Celtics, the Warriors got rest just about every series.
I think the only part or hope that the Celtics have is that Ime Udoka gets better as the series goes on.
He hasn't been
And they also beat a championship DNA team in the Bucks after being down 3-2. Without Chris Middleton, I understand.
Exactly, but that's the Warriors don't have the injuries, so it's like unless y'all pray for an injury to happen, I don't really know what they can do because we felt the championship DNA in the Bucks was greater than them because they did this shit. We thought they were able to do it. So because of that with the Warriors, it's hard for me to pick the Celtics over them. It just is.
Well, I don't see. It's going to be a great game tomorrow. in the
think
TD Garden.
I think
we're gonna see the Larry O'Brien Trophy
I
tomorrow.
think it'll be a good game.
I think
But
we're gonna be able to see
I
it
just
there,
hope the
but,
Celtics don't go out like even if the Celtics
don't
lose,
go out sad.
don't go out sad, bro. Don't let these niggas blow you out. Just don't get blown out.
Make it a
bro.
good game.
Just
Come on,
don't
bro.
get
I'm trying to
blown
watch
out.
a good game.
I want to see a good game, and if it's over, it's over. We gonna
okay.
ride into the sunset for the 2022 season, bro.
We'll make these
Gang.
last two pretty quick here, but I definitely wanted to get into them. The Grizzlies agreed to a multi-year contract extension with Coach Taylor Jenkins, right? My biggest thing that I wanted to bring up in this part is that the Grizzlies already have this young core, and they have to get it done now, or they're gonna have to start paying everybody, and possibly somebody's gonna leave. With that being said, who do you think on this team needs to take that next step? Because you already have Jaw doing his thing.
No, I have an answer for that.
You already have Desmond Bain doing his thing.
Yeah.
You already have Dylan Brooks doing his thing. You have Jaren Jackson Jr. doing his thing. You have Steven Adams being a little
bro.
They missed Steven Adams on a lot of those games,
bro.
with this COVID shit.
I have an answer.
Oh, let me bring it up one more time. Then, who do you think needs to step it up out of those guys?
You said
That little core
Jaren
there.
Jackson bringing it, but I think he's the guy that needs to step it up, bro.
I meant that, like, these are all really like good pieces to be like.
No,
they need to
yeah.
step it up.
No,
and I know
yeah,
they've
I
been
don't
hit with
disagree.
injuries, but
Yeah.
now they're locked in with this coach. They need to do
Bro.
something with this core now because they're gonna start paying
injuries. Nah. Everything to the side. Jaren Jackson, bro. Jaren Jackson. That's who needs to get better. That's who needs to do it. Jaren Jackson to me.
Okay, in what way now? Because he blocks, he protects the rim.
He needs to learn how to foul less. He needs to learn how to be a more consistent scorer from night to night and not have one 30-point game and then follow it up with 3 8-point games,
I don't like. Okay,
I think
I can agree with you in this aspect. I don't like the way he gets those 30 points. He shoots too many threes, in my opinion.
He
I
does
like his threes
and
because
someti-
he can.
sometimes-
at certain points. Let me finish though.
Yeah.
I don't really think that. What is a better way to? Here, I'm gonna speak of injuries just a little bit because Dylan Brooks was a little bit injured, not the fullest, not the like his healthiest fullest because, and you can see it in his
For
performance.
me, I
Desmond
think
Bain
Dylan Brooks' thing was
had a
just out of rhythm.
Okay, maybe so. Desmond Bain was
He was
hurt with his back.
He was hurt.
They lost Jaw. And then Jaren Jackson was the fallback guy next to Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks didn't provide at all. Jaren Jackson was doing his thing that he usually does throughout the whole entire season. What else can he be better for? That's why I don't really believe that Jaren Jackson Jr. can be the answer to it.
I
Because
think
what
he
can he
can.
do better to be that next step? Whereas I feel like if Desmond Bain was healthy and he continues to progress like he's progressing, that 1-2 punch
feel
with
you.
that.
I hear you on that part.
I feel like Desmond Bain's the
I don't
answer.
disagree with the Desmond Bain part, but my thing is because
He's got to be their Clay.
Jaren Jackson, bro,
production-wise.
like when like you said, when you watch him, some nights, even if he has a good game, sometimes it can still be ugly because the way he attacks with the basketball, he shoots too many threes sometimes, or he gets a bunch of charges, dog. You saw him against Minnesota, bro.
Yeah, I see him.
He's running running like a chicken with his head cut off, bro. Like, there's no reason you should have 4 charges in one game. There's honestly, he fouls out a lot because he either gets a bunch of charges or he's contesting something that he shouldn't be contesting. Like that. And he's still a good defender, but sometimes he takes chances because it's like, oh yeah, I can do it, Yeah. He does that sometimes too.
I think the biggest thing on this question ultimately is like realistically what can be that next piece, because they have to stick with this core, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that adding anybody will do anything to this core, honestly.
I feel like
So they have all the pieces there, and it just talks about development from within. So that's where I think
the things I'm saying. The things I'm saying about Jaren Jackson, pretty much. The things that he does that are not good. These are things that take him off the court and make him to where we don't. It's not even a choice that we don't want to play him, we can't play him because he's either in foul trouble or maybe we just aren't getting enough from him tonight.
Okay, how
more
about this
so
question?
it would be him in foul trouble though.
Well, how about
so,
this question?
Just clean that shit up. Don't get in foul trouble. And then you can actually play a full game and give us your strengths. And then we're not worried about some other shit. Because, again, he's a good-ass defender. And when he's on the court, him and Steven Adams,
he shows
they got that shit on lock. So he has to be more consistent.
Now, let me say this
and
much,
allow
though.
himself to be on the court.
When you look at those two players, who do you see having
Which two players?
the Desmond Bain and Jaren Jackson?
Yeah.
Who do you? Because I think Dylan Brooks is already who he is, and that's why I'm kind of saying. And I'm not.
Yeah.
And I think that he could perform better when all those other players are on
No,
the court.
yeah, I think he could still grow, but yeah, I like
Ah.
as far as his
I like him. Over. I think he's
as
I think
far
he's
as
tapped.
his identity as like the things he will show you. I think that he's shown that. Yeah.
So the same way I think that Dylan Brooks is capped, I think that Jaren Jackson Jr. is capped.
Okay.
But Desmond Bain, he
don't feel like he is
secondary
though.
to.
You don't feel. Yeah, you
I
feel like
think
he
he
still
can-
has to meet. Okay.
I
That's
think
fair.
that he can have that extra step. So I think that
That's
he's
fair.
more realistic, and I feel like it would be even the better part too. Continue to be that two-way player. Take some injuries away from John Morant because he doesn't have to show that much on defense.
The
hopefully.
word and
But people
not
are
the
attacking
word.
John Morant though.
Because
too.
I mean, because the thing with the Grizzlies, bro, they're as deep as the Warriors, but because of the injuries they
deep.
had,
yeah.
that's why we didn't see
Bro,
them go farther.
do we
But
not
they're
see-
they're.
Do we not see
they're
Tyus
tough,
Jones
bro.
come in and handle?
They're tough, bro.
Like
yeah.
they got a lot of people on that squad, and they should have done more.
And Tyus
but
is a
injuries
vet.
hit them.
Tyus is a vet,
Yeah.
but they got a bunch of young guys. Like, bro, even Zaire Williams, bro, he's a rookie. I was like, bro, I didn't see him all through
Oh.
the season, but in the playoffs, I'm like, yeah, he
Definitely.
they going. I'm like,
Potential.
I'm like, yeah, he's got some more he can do for sure.
Do you? Well, last question on this one.
Yeah.
Do you pick the Nuggets next 4 years? 3. Let's make it 3. Do you pick the Nuggets next 3 years or the Memphis Grizzlies next 3 years?
I think I might go Grizzlies
I think I might go Grizzlies too. I think that's
I might go
pretty cool
Grizzlies.
to think about.
because
They did just get the second seed, but look
well,
at
I'm
what
not
the
gonna
Nuggets
say
can
the
do.
Grizzlies didn't
The
have
potential.
injuries too, but the type of injuries that the Nuggets have had to have with their core guys and the amount of time they miss, yeah, you're gonna lose.
They have an
you're
MVP
gonna
though.
like,
But
yes,
Ja can
you're
be
right.
in that discussion maybe in the future too. Okay, I get you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the Grizzlies on that one.
Yeah.
Let's get into this next one here and the last one. Matt Ryan's Colts offseason reminds of Andrew Luck and Peyton Manning.
How?
Okay, here we go. That's what I wanted. That's what I needed. I needed that.
How? bro?
Because how? In
I'm surprised they didn't throw.
OTAs.
Why didn't they throw Phillip Rivers in there then?
Okay, don't disrespect Matty Ice like that with Phillip Rivers. You
Phillip-
like Phillip Rivers. I don't
look,
like that motherfucker.
Phillip Rivers had a good year
Nope.
in the Indianapolis, bro. Or
He didn't win a playoff game.
He had a good year. I don't care. He didn't win a playoff
The
game. Okay.
Matt Ryan will win a playoff game, I think. It'll be in the wild card.
I
but
don't
he'll
know
win.
that. Yeah,
He'll win a playoff
I'm definitely unsure of that if he's a wild card. You think he's gonna beat a home team?
The wild card against wild card, so they'll win a playoff game.
But that doesn't mean he has home field.
Yeah, I don't think he'll get home field though.
So I don't think he'll win it either.
He'll
He
need
ain't
to-
going in somebody building and just sending niggas home.
And
That
while-
means he's gonna go against somebody who won their division.
in the AFC too. Oh, that's so tough.
Exactly,
bro.
bruh.
That's so
Nah.
tough.
Nah.
For me,
The defense is good, but I don't trust Matt Ryan that much. Sorry, bruh.
okay, but hold up. They're talking about how there's similarities between Matt Ryan and Andrew Luck and Peyton Manning's.
I'm not gonna
Off-season.
question that. I won't question that.
But why why are we judging and making this guy's comparison?
That shit,
That's
like
ridiculous.
the similarities can be completely minute and like, but it could still be a similarity. So they're gonna tell us. But it doesn't matter if you don't fucking go anywhere. Bro.
I'm saying, why are you putting this type of pressure on this man right now? Look at the people that they're talking about right here.
Maybe Matt Ryan wanted that pressure. Who knows?
I mean, Matt Ryan.
He want to get a Super Bowl. He wants to get one still. He ain't got it.
Matt Ryan reached the Super Bowl and Andrew Luck didn't. But you know Andrew Luck's story and all that.
Andrew Luck ain't a choker though.
Andrew Luck.
He ain't a choker.
I don't know. They were up on the. I think they were up on the Patriots and then they lost it all.
That's the Patriots.
Yeah, okay, that's the Patriots. Yeah, on that one. But episode 83 is in the books. I don't think we had to talk too much about that Matt Ryan stuff.
Hell no.
I just think that's a little bit fucked
I
up.
I don't think y'all should be calling him Peyton Manning. Yeah,
Andrew Luck.
Yeah, y'all gotta
already.
Relax. Man, y'all made.
It's the offseason.
Andrew Luck lost a kidney, and y'all gonna disrespect him like that, bro? Come on, man. Bro. Man, put his life on the line for the Colts, and y'all gonna sit here and say, "Oh yeah, Matt Ryan's looking as good as Andrew Luck now." I'd have slapped somebody. Fuck out of here.
You made me mad about it now. You made me
mad, bro. That's insane.
What? Why do you think I put it in here? Why are you comparing this man to these guys?
Andrew Luck.
Bro, hold up.
Peyton is one thing, but Andrew Luck, I'm like Peyton is obviously the higher tier, but I'm like, bro, he's definitely not Andrew Luck, dog. Nah, we're not doing that.
That's fucked up. But yeah, I don't think that. Maybe they mentioned that it's his accuracy. They mentioned it's his leadership. It's mentioned about his work ethic. I don't think that all those are not necessarily too far from Andrew Luck. But the talent is definitely not there from Andrew Luck. The leadership is different. He's not going to take.
Yeah, that part. He ain't got that dog in him, bro. Matt Ryan gonna sit there.
He's got some dog in him, but not Andrew Luck type. I'm gonna put my body on the line, dog.
Well, you know yeah. He's not gonna do that. He's gonna
dog in him.
I mean, if he putting his body on the line, it's not because he chose to. It's because his man's. It's because his man's let him gave up.
My dog, Andrew Luck's a pit bull. We got a bulldog over here. Matt Ryan making weird noises, farting all the time, bro.
This nigga Matt Ryan's a fucking collie.
Oh, a border collie.
Old that nigga's old yeller. Get this nigga out of here.
Oh my goodness.
Get this nigga out of here, bro.
Oh, I thought we were finishing the show.
That nigga Matt Ryan.
Okay, episode 83 in the books. Man, I'm going to have to do gifting shit. Make sure that you shatter that like button.
Smash that subscribe, bro.
Yeah, smash that subscribe button. Bust down them comments. And always remember to support the you. I can't really do it.
You lucky I ain't. Yeah, I'm going to kill your hands, bro.
Y'all have a good night, everybody.